Well, good afternoon, boys and girls. Welcome to another episode of Llandudno Street Walks. Well, this one, a bit of a wobble there. Woo! This one is one I've been threatening to do for a long time. I finally made it to the pier, so let's go and have a look. I'll try and tell you a bit about the history of our wonderful pier. Here we are at the pier entrance, which used to have the pier gates here, but I'll just show you something up the side here now. There's still the original railings. This is going up now towards the Grand Hotel, but I won't go there today. You see where they got the gap in the railing there, and especially that one there. Well, I'll link that story in now when I get down here, because what used to happen was, originally, just down here with the pier gates on now, used to be proper gates with a turnstile in that you had to pay to enter the pier. Of course, it's all free these days, but with the linking up now with the fence at the back there, with the railings, where I should say, everyone used to sneak through. We're small enough and skinny enough then to slip through the back there, and it'd bring you down the back of the amusements here. But well, they got a new thing here now. I'm glad they got rid of that whatever it was, the fish and chip thing, because big ramps on it. Couldn't see anything. People couldn't get up it. Now down here used to be this section here. Now this used to be the water dodgems, and in there was electric. It was weird really. There were dodgems but on water. They had the electric rail up the back like your standard dodgems, but they worked, and they were there up until 1969. And I can remember being very little going on them, and they eventually demolished it and built the Golden Goose amusements here. This has been converted over the years as well. All looks very different now. Still the same layout more or less, but and here used to be a kiddies roundabout. That was there for years as well. And down here now was the looking down onto the prom there and the slipway. And there's another slipway which is further out here, which a lot of the kids love going there for the crabbing. But this, I'll just show you the railings are now. As teenagers, we'd all sit along here, all like pigeons. I was going to do this tomorrow, but I looked at the forecast and I thought, no, get it done today, solly lad, while you can. Right, yeah, it's not too bad today at all. It's not too cold either, really. Quite blustery again. And on this end bit now, where it says Kids Corner here, that used to be a little cafe at one time. And here is the site of the pier pavilion. Just go back a bit here and show you that, and I can still see the framework from where it was burnt out. That was destroyed by a massive fire that was started by homeless people squatting and what have you in there. In 1994 that got destroyed. I remember it happening. But the original building of that was built in 1884. And lots of people performed there over the years. Even Cliff Richard, Sir Cliff Richard, I should say. David Essex, all these kind of people. Come down now to the bottom section of the Grand Hotel. Show you up there now. See the Grand, and that's Happy Valley in the background up there. Yeah, the Grand Hotel was opened in 1900. And it was built on the site I should say, of the baths. So it was originally a bathing house, a Victorian bathing house, and they basically built the hotel on top of it. So a quick look out over the sea again. It's well busy today for the January, but there we go, we get a nice day on the weekend, everybody comes out, there's all the stalls as well. Yeah, this section up here we're on now, this was the first section opened, and it got destroyed in the Charter Storm of whatever year that was, but I know it was 1859, all this original section along here was destroyed. And then obviously rebuilt. And the pier itself opened in 1877. Now here we have what was in its last carnation, or incarnation is the right word, I'm not sure, was known as Langtrees. I first remember it being called the Stage Door. And it's all, I don't know if it opens up again in the season. But you can see it now, it's all a bit of a mess in there now, but it's hard to explain really, but through there that's where the stage area was and all. But when it was the Stage Door, the stage was at the side of the cafeteria, and then they moved it to this end along here. Used to sing there with Touch of Gold and that back in the day, and then they got rid of the cafe area in there and built the stage along the wall, and the bar is at that end. That's some good nights in there. Well, I hope it reopens in the season. Now this bit here is the back of the Grand Hotel, and obviously the staircase there that leads you up to the Grand Hotel itself, to the reception area. But if you look on, there's somewhere on YouTube old footage, and it's the Conservative Party conference from 1947 I believe, and stood right here you can see Winston Churchill and them coming out, because where the old pavilion was there, they had the conference there, 1947. So check that out. And going back in time, none of this was here. These shops and stuff and all that. A lot of them come along in the 80s, I'd say. Well, that's handy up there. If you get that balcony piece up here, if you get a nice sunny afternoon or a nice sunny evening, you can sit out there with your pint and watch the world go by. I recommend that with a pint of Guinness. Oh, it's getting more windy down here, but luckily I've got my microphone with me today. I'll cross over here to show you this bit. You can see the foundations now of the hotel. It's one of our local birds. All right, love. Yeah, see the foundations there, look at the grand, all built into the rock. I'd say it's looking a bit worse for the grand, but if somebody was to invest in it, it could be a fantastic place again, restored to its former glory. I'll show you this section down here now. Oh, the wind's blowing me about here now. Picking up. Woo! It is windy. Well, I hope everyone's good today, wherever you are, doing whatever you're doing. Now this section here, a lot of people have asked what this was for. This used to have advertisements on it for whatever, you know, soap powders or tobaccos and all that sort of thing back in the day. I can remember vaguely still seeing them. They used to paint them on, you know, they were still there from Victorian era really, I suppose, the early 1900s as well. And the little wee place over there, that was some sort of booking office. That was, I better go past around the fence here. Some sort of booking office for trips, maybe, that sort of thing. Information place. And then for my time of life coming down here, I always knew it as a fishing bait shop. By all your, because at one time it was fishing on the pier was a big thing. Do you see where this section sticks out here now? Might be able to show you a bit more of the structure. Well, if you can make that out down there, where all the steel foundations were put into the ground, and I believe it was a company from Birmingham that actually built it. I'll just show you over here now. Have a look down onto Old Beach. If I'm right in saying, down here, just this section further down here, there used to be another toll gate as well. Another night they used to come and collect, so you can have a look down there now. And that's what we know as Old Beach. Get fossils down there as well. But as I go further down, you'll be able to see the just there is the start of the steps, so you can go down there. We used to enjoy going down there and see if we could outrun the waves. Get a big old storm, and the waves used to smash right up the steps, and we'd all sort of like daredevil thing down the bottom to try and get it. I got soaked many times, but all a bit of fun. Might be able to see the steps a bit further down, but we'll do a bit of filming down there one day. I'll stop it quick now. The wind spun my camera around. Wow. Oh, let's keep that there. Now around here, don't know if it'll it's blowing like hell. So around here is, God almighty, can it blow me camera, look? And I can't control it. Well. I'll have to see if I can get it to come back round. Whoa! Around here we're looking at Marine Drive, which originally opened as a footpath and then was updated. Yeah, what year was the footpath? Ooh. I'll remember in a minute. Yeah, 1858 it opened as a footpath, so you could walk right round to West Shore, which is quite a few mile walk, I forget how many. God, blew me camera everywhere there. A few little shops open, doing a little bit of trade. Used to be a Harry Potter shop there, if I remember rightly. Yeah, so the roadway around Marine Drive, oh God, that was opened in 1872. Nice little drive round. You have to pay to go round. There's the toll house up there, but it's well worth it. I'd recommend it. Well, I'd sooner it be a bit blustery and windy than pouring with rain, so I'm going for it. I hope this mic's picking up all right. If I didn't have it, you wouldn't be able to hear a word I'm saying. And I don't want you saying that's a good thing. And it's nice to come down here in the summer. Well, not just in the summer, Easter and all that and everything. And you can have a nice pint on the end of the pier. Let's have a quick look out over here. See if a camera will get them blown around. Yeah, see if I can point to it now. That is where the steps are. They come down there. You can't really make them out there, but see, that's Happy Valley up there, and there's the statue to Queen Victoria and the standing stones. They're not real. People used to think they were like really old, but I forget what year they were done. And just up there is Paracella's Cafe, and at the back of that used to be the Alex Monroe Show, an open air theatre. That was brilliant, that, in its day. Some good laughs there. Let's have a look now. I'll just have a quick view out again over the sea. Not getting blown away. Oh, well, I remember up there now, if you can see this frame's in the way a bit, but there is the cable cars. They opened in 1969. And everyone used to go there, all the locals used to go there, because there was a fella there it was a lad who was in school with us, and his uncle John worked there. So we'd all go there and say, "Oh, my Uncle John works here." And this fella one day, he said, "John," he shouted, "do you know this lad?" He said, "You must have about 80 nephews and nieces." They still let us on though, because they knew we were local, so they let us on, looking after us. Now, a couple of times a year now, you can get the ferry from the end of the pier, and just having a look at it. What's this? Oh, Aberfold's Gin. Oh, yeah, you can come here and have a gin, a G&T. Look at that. Didn't even know that was here. It's been a couple of years since I was down here last. Saying you can get the ferry from here. And I don't know if it's this one that runs to the Isle of Man, but I know they did one to Liverpool as well. And it was the same, like a steam packet thing. And that was I don't know if it's the actual one, but it's famed for Ringo Starr of the Beatles. He used to do the Liverpool to Llandudno run. He used to go into town apparently on his break. Probably went in the Carlton and had a pint, you don't know, do you? That's going back a bit. Yeah, he mentioned that himself. He used to come to Llandudno. And they played here in 1963 and they stayed at the Grand Hotel. Oh, we're coming to the end here now. Everyone knows this. Oh, when I say everyone, people coming here only see this as an amusement. But this was originally used to house an orchestra. And of an evening, people used to come down here, flock down here of an evening, and they'd go in and watch the full orchestra, timpanis and everything. And that's how my mate Brindley, that's how his mum and dad ended up here, because he got a job playing with the orchestra. Going back. It's where Oxblood used to perform here with the jazz band. But it is no more. And there's the ocean bar, look at that. They just have a Guinness in there now. Oh, it's busy in there. I don't think there's a spare table. Well done. Yeah, I'll have to come down here and film that. Mind you, I threatened for months to come down here, didn't I? To do some filming, but I'm here now. There's the Ocean Cafe. That's quite nice and all. Just your average snacks, you know, your sausage rolls and all that sort of thing. Sandwiches, pots of tea. Oh, look at that sun now. Wow. And they took away from here, if I can show you now in a minute. Yeah, where these two bits of fencing are here, this was all renewed because you used to be able to go down under here, and you'd walk along a gangway and then you'd get on the Isle of Man ferry then. Oh, this is going to be even more back here now. Oh, just pulling here for a second. Alright, well, anyway, I'll leave that one here because the wind is destroying me gimbal for me camera, is blowing it all over the place. But anyway, we'll leave that one here. Hope you've enjoyed the pier walk and the street walk. And I'll leave you with one last view of the Great Orme and out over the bay. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoy the videos and ring that bell. And I'll see you on the next one. Adios, amigos.